Hi everyone! Welcome back to our channel.
Day 3.
Day 3, yeah.
If you're new to our channel, we are Happily Ever Elementary. We have a YouTube channel, Instagram page, and a Teachers Pay Teacher store. Teach kindergarten and first, and we are taking you guys along with our setup for our classrooms after being out for the summer.
So today we had talked about in our last video a couple things that were open-ended projects that we needed to spend more time on, things that we might need to organize better or systems we need to put in place. We also just have some parts of our rooms that we wanted to embellish better, so that's what we're going to be doing today. We hope you guys like the things we have planned. We still have so much work to get done in a few days here before we start the school year, but we're really happy to share it with you.
Yes, so we are starting in my classroom today. I teach first grade. We're going to be doing a really fun project. We definitely like to bounce back and forth. So in a few minutes, we're going to bounce over to Stephanie's room. You're not going to want to miss it. Her room is adorable, and we're working on some design and decor in there, and it's going to turn out so cute. So stay tuned.
All right, so you guys saw in our last video, L'Oreal was pulling out all of her bins down here from IKEA. It's time for them to actually be labeled for exactly what's going to be in them. She took home the sticky notes, cut the vinyl. It's now time to attach them, make them super organized.
We use vinyl when it's anything that obviously we don't want to like permanently write on or just tape a piece of paper. It always tends to last. The last vinyl I had on there for about 3 years and it lasts just fine. So I'll link the font below. I don't remember off the top of my head, but basically we're just going to peel off the vinyl, stick them to the drawer that matches, and we'll show you what it looks like when it's done. Finished product, and you're gonna see that some of them coming up here are still empty. I just don't have an idea of what I want there, but I have the font saved and I know the dimensions, so it won't be hard for me to make after the fact. But turned out really nice, really clean, and I hope it lasts a few years and my kids are kind to it.
All right, we are back in my classroom. Couple things to get done. As you guys know, we didn't actually finish redoing the theme of this room, so like there are whole boards that haven't been addressed, so you guys are going to get to see us kind of add the functions to some of those boards, the borders, some decorations, so we can hopefully finish that and we can start planning for the year.
It's gonna be super exciting. Let us show you what we're working on. Super excited to be incorporating these into a classroom. Stephanie has a perfect spot for them. These are in her classroom colors. This fan, it's kind of like a garland, but we're kind of going to be using it as a border. We saw it on Pinterest, loved it, learned how to make it, and then turned it into a YouTube video so we could share with you guys how we do it. It is so easy. Literally, it takes paper and staples or hot glue. We had a lot of people message us say hot glue worked great as well. So we're gonna put this up, but if you're interested, check out our YouTube video. We will link it below.
So as you can see, we actually have 2 bulletin boards that are back to back, and then this whiteboard, which will eventually be a magnetic word wall. But to break up these black and white, I mean, it's black and white for now, but obviously it'll eventually change to student work. But to break it up, we're going to add the rainbow paper fan garlands right here and split this board in half. And then on this side, we'll have a Lego border right here, and it'll actually, as of right now, I'm thinking
a writing board because this is my writing table for my writing center. So it'll have a bunch of references and vocab and different things that will help my little kinders out. Here we have the finished board. Well, it's not entirely finished. This will be somehow, haven't figured this out yet. Lego pieces with my kids' pictures in it. Some of them will be stuck together. It says everything is better when we stick together, so. Done. Moving on to this one's room.
Let's do it.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and embellish these gorgeous flowers even more. So if you're wondering how these were made, L'Oreal watercolored white cardstock paper and then used our templates to cut them out, the petals out and assemble them. So we'll leave a link below to that paper flower template. But if you're wondering how she got that ombre effect, it's from watercolor paint. Extra step, but definitely worth it. And then those triangles are vinyled. We're going to be embellishing them using some more LED lighting, because L'Oreal has some really beautiful features around her room that are backlit with LED lights, and this corner has kind of been dim in that sense. It's missing light, so she's gonna add them right now.
Like Stephanie was saying, we're gonna be adding those lights. I'm gonna show you where I have them at currently, where I bought them, what the box looks like. So in my ocean room, I really wanted like a calming flow of like lights in the same color scheme, so I added these strip lights to this part of my room. So let me show you. You can see here that I have this drop down in my ceiling, and it is actually in the evening, so it's really dark, but you can really see how cool this looks when the lights are kind of like fading into the colors, kind of like the ocean. But what's going on here is it's just a strip light that is has a sticky back, and I just like ran them across here. And from this angle, it really gives it a cool mood. So I'm going to mirror that effect over here. Thank you. And we're gonna have the lights kind of backlighting these flowers. I just have Amazon, I'll link them down below. They're not expensive at all. I got 2 boxes. It comes with the lights, a little remote control so you can change the colors. You can change like whether you want flash, strobe, fade, or smooth. The setting I'm in right now is fade, and you can change the colors. There's a lot of cool things you can do with these. So you're gonna see me put them up, and then I'll show you what it looks like when it's done.
But here I am now left alone. You know I try to it's time to admit it. 'Cause the things you said that maybe you're over it. I've been counting out the nights, it's so silent.
Alright guys, we're back in my room. So again, we're going to be super transparent and share with you things that we want to try, but they might not necessarily work. So one of the big things is, I don't know if you remember the last theme of this classroom, but there's a giant quote that said, "Kid, you'll move mountains," and it basically filled that whole vertical space above these boards, and it was super cute. And so I wanted another big quote to go there. Gosh, those lights are really awful. Okay, anyways, I wanted a big quote to go right here. And unfortunately, I had it like spaced out on my Cricut in 2 lines. And then L'Oreal came in and we were talking about sizing, and this is where like I totally flop, is like you can envision things, but like if you're not measuring and stuff, it's not gonna work. So way too big to do 2 lines. So we're respacing it. L'Oreal is going to be recutting part of the quote while I finish making another part of the quote. So she's on Cricut duty.
That's right. I'm just going to basically measure the space we want to fit the words everything is, because that's going to be cut by the Cricut. make sure it fits there. And then the words awesome, Stephanie's gonna be making by hand out of some construction paper.
So let me just show you what she's talking about really quick. I love PB, a perfect blend. Their Lego font, obviously, to go with the classroom. But unfortunately, I wanted really vibrant letters. So like printing it on poster board or on poster size might not have done it, you know, and then, I don't know. I ended up just like using the proportions of her font and then like making it out of, you know, paper. So these are about 2 feet tall. So those will what will spell out some of the words. You'll see. So what's gonna happen now is we've actually laid out all of the letters right here that we made. And L'Oreal is on the ladder again. And she is going to be stapling them up. I'm gonna hand her everything, step back, make sure everything's straight, but teamwork makes the dream work, you know?
Alright, here she is all finished, looking awesome. It was not hard to put up, just tiring going up and down the ladder, but luckily I had Stephanie as my eyes down on the ground so she could tell me where things are. But it turned out really cute, and we just reinforced some staples on that contact paper, and yeah, we're really happy with the outcome. Okay, we're back in my classroom. I just have one more thing I'm gonna work on today, and it's basically just prepping for, I have a parent volunteer who I don't really know her yet, but she's reached out to me, expressed that she loves helping the classroom. She has a great reputation at the school, so I'm having her come in a few days to help. So I'm just gonna set out the things I would like her to work on in a few days. So I'm gonna show you guys what I'm gonna have her work on and set that out, and then we will go back to step 3. Okay, so excuse the mess back here, but what I'm going to have my parent helper work on tomorrow is putting together my birthday gifts for my kids. I have some left over from last year, so I'm really lucky, but basically I just take, now I probably could get away with 1 pixie stick, but I do actually tape 3 together because I used to do the giant ones before they, I don't know, discontinued them or whatnot, but I just think, why not? I get 85 in a pack, so I end up doing 3 taped together, and then I just have this birthday template, and then I have her like hot glue the back because these pixie sticks come out almost like coated in the sugar, and so tape doesn't really stick very well, so I just put a dot of hot glue. And I have these prepped here, so when there's a birthday, I just grab one, write their name on it, we sing, and the whole shebang. So it's nice to have these like stocked up for the year. Another thing I'm gonna have her work on is putting together a homework folder. Stephanie and I do very similar homework folders. This is just a sample one. It just has pages about like the rules, our code of excellence. There's a first grade helper in here, and then a couple other resource pages, and then some blank ones for later for their food menu, as well as their sight words, and then just like pocket labels. So I'll have her prep those in possibly my open house flip book, or working on my behavior coupons. But anything when it comes to like just cutting and just some busy work, is always nice to have parent volunteers help while I'm working on the things that are more like my organization and my curriculum type stuff.
All right, we are back in the kinder hallway, back in my classroom. I just wanted to follow up with our last setup video. Unfortunately, we had like a full day of leadership, we had kinder kickoff, we had all these things come up. So I have not yet been able to organize center materials, but if you recall, these cabinets were completely full and we emptied them out. And right now, I'm in the stages of using the bins and other organizational tools that I either had or went ahead and purchased. So I had said that I found like a really good deal on iris containers on Amazon. These came in a pack of 6, and I went ahead and got 30 because I'm going to divide them by skill or standard for our centers, both math and ELA. So that'll be easy for me to pull based off of how my class is kind of doing, and that changes every year. So I don't want to do it by month or anything, because like last year I had kids that were just like blowing me away with how like quick they were, and so I would move through these a lot quicker. So I didn't want them to be seasonal or divided by month. These bins are great. They have so many of these little clasps around them. They're from Target. And these I'm going to put labels on them that match her classroom with some like really pretty digital Lego paper. But basically I have a couple of these that have our extra prizes for our class dojo store, extra office supplies. These two are just banners, extra ribbon, our field trip supplies. Those are containers that were all stuck together for 3 years that I wouldn't get rid of. And my husband came in and actually separated them for me, so now I'm gonna use them. But as you can see up there, I got matching bigger bins that will have like all of the extra holiday science materials, extra bulletin board materials as well, but it's a work in progress. Like I divulged in the last video, it's okay to be a type B teacher, but I am making steps to just make my life easier in the long run by remaining organized. I keep all my center materials that are more hands-on, like, you know, stamps, kinetic sand, puzzles, things like that in these bins at the bottom that are black and white. And this year I'm going to have their center groups color coordinated so that if they have a lot of materials, there's 2 trays for them, and at their tables that they'll be working at, it'll have their little sign that's like color coordinated as well, so they'll know I take the red tray, red table, that's my center, and it'll be really easy access for my kinder babies to just pull and go. So yeah, that's a little update, and I feel a lot better. And there you have it, day 3 setup
In the book. So as you can see, a lot of work has been done. We're proud of our efforts today. It was a long day, but we also have other staff members setting up their classrooms, so we were stopping and chatting and just helping others out and just out and about, but we really got work done once the building kind of cleared out. But
totally.
it is
And you know,
late.
life happens, so things come up here and there, and you know, it's not like a full day of work like we thought, but got it done.
And we're loving your guys' questions down below, and like we discussed in the last video, we're gonna answer all those questions in a Q&A in our classroom. So if you have other questions that we haven't answered, or you see something that's sparking some interest, drop them in the comments below, and we will be doing a Q&A video very soon.
All right, and if you enjoyed this video and our other classroom setups like it, make sure you have your bell notifications turned on so that you get notified when we are sharing even more of our classroom adventures with you. If you liked this video, make sure you give it a giant thumbs up, and we hope to see you guys soon.
'Cause the things you said that maybe I'm over it.